going on, everybody? Just want to address some things while enjoying this weather out here at the park. I think a lot of customers and a lot of people, just people in general, that could possibly be small business owners, customers, or clients, or however you want to look at it, they don't really take into account the mental struggles that small business owners and entrepreneurs go through. I mean, the world of small business is changing, and a small business owner has to keep up with that constantly. Not only that, but they have to realize that their business may fail, and they have to do what they can to prevent that from happening. A lot of people think that if you keep it, hidden, that it's better off, but we all learn, and you can't learn unless somebody tells you the problem so you can find the solutions. That's just how I was raised. And I've had a few businesses. Some have been successful. My first one went on 5-6 years. Had a couple, had another one, a storefront that did well. I've had a couple that's failed. Some do, some don't. But what we have to remember is those small business owners go through struggles. And you have to keep that in mind. I mean, you just have to. If not, you may add to that struggle. And then you may lose that small business. And of course, if you're going to a local diner or an ice cream shop or something like that, you don't have to worry too much about it. There's some franchise moving in. There's some big business moving in. There's nothing wrong with big businesses. If I could talk, but you have to remember, small business owners don't have the luxury of an unlimited budget. They don't have the luxury of, healthcare or things like that. I mean, they have to make enough money to provide for their family, provide their family with healthcare, provide insurance for the business, and so forth. I mean, there's a whole long list. And it has to be a team effort when it comes to a small community or something like that. Because it's the business's job to provide a great atmosphere and great product or food. And the customers can build the community by being part of it. And a lot of times you'll have places that you add to the factor. I mean, I'm not going to add a bunch of videos to this, but there's thousands, millions of videos out there of customers showing up at small businesses, throwing things or cussing waitresses or things like that. We had a couple of videos, but I chose not to show them, and just not yet. I mean, sometimes you have people that just don't want to act right or act their age, and it happens. But you got to remember, when you're in a small business, you're putting that small business owner's livelihood at risk. Now, my mental struggles that I had is, after Dave's Pool Hall closed, a lot of personal things happened. I had given the house that I was staying at to my younger brother, and he fell on hard times. Things happened. So I was homeless. I had a couple of friends I could stay with, and I stayed with a friend. And I had to not only accept all of that, but I had to fight off depression. And depression is always something that I've dealt with personally. I was younger and never knew depression could actually hurt you. It actually hospitalized me. And that's a whole other story about what happened there. It's not really business related, but it was something personal. But depression has always been there. And the depression came back, even to the point of suicidal thoughts. That's the truth. And I'd actually sat in a car. My friend was driving and thought about, what if I just open this door? And I roll out in front of this truck beside us. It made me feel weak and pathetic because I'm a father. And I had to know that I could overcome that. And the solution to that struggle for me is I've always went to the gym. And when I've been in a stressful situation, and I've always wanted to make myself better. A lot of people think the gym is just for physical or for health. It can also help you mentally. Now, I'm not saying if you're going through something, go hit the weights. Find something. Find a coping mechanism or something like that. In the description of this video, I'll add a 1-800 number you could call for any kind of problems you have with mental health, things like that, especially if you're suicidal. Talk to friends. Talk to whatever you need, because life is definitely too precious. It definitely is. But sometimes that depression kicks in and it tries to take you over. The question you have to ask yourself is, are you going to let it win? I wasn't. I took a few days to think about everything, well, I tried to take a few days to try to think of everything. But you have to find a coping. You have to find a way to overcome those thoughts. And in the description, I'll add some information about small business owners dealing with struggles and mental health issues that we go through. And believe me, it's serious. It happens. And that's not to take away from any other field or any other thing, but depression can put you on your knees. You have to stand back up. No matter how hard it may be, you have to find a reason to stand back up. I'm 41 years old. I still learn from my failures. I raised my girls with a principle of mistakes are going to happen. They're there for a reason. They're there to learn from. And it's that simple. I think my biggest mistake with Days Paul was just wasn't able to market as much. And in a previous video, that reason's explained why we couldn't, but the mistake was still there. So I mean, we have to try to overcome those mistakes as much as possible. And that's with anything in life, not just a business. So I mean, if you're a small business owner, an entrepreneur, and you've had those thoughts, you've got to overcome it. You just have to. Especially if you're a family man, a father, or just any reason. No business is worth that much stress and that much destruction mentally. So the best way to do is to overcome it and to push past the depression and learn from your mistakes and become a better person. You really don't have a choice. Life is too precious. And I've been a therapist before with depression, and it will always hit you when you least expect it. You got to kind of be ready for it. I know it sounds like an oxymoron, but you do. You do. You've got to be ready. And my plan B when depression kicks in has always been the gym. Now, at 41 years old, it's a little bit more difficult now. But especially if you get into a gym like I did, that was empty, where you can just think, yell if you need to, and just focus on what's important. But that's how I faced my mental struggles as an entrepreneur, and that's kind of how I've always done it, is went to the gym. And it helps, it relieves frustrations, it relieves stress, for me anyway. Not saying that's for everybody. You got to find your own coping mechanism that helps you. Now I had some small business owners message me, be like, let's go drink, let's do this, let's do that. No. I mean, I don't mind taking a few shots, but drinking was not going to be my coping mechanism. Just wasn't. You've got to find one that's good, I guess is the word to say, that's beneficial for you and beneficial for your future. So, I hope this video helps. No real tea on this video, as people have been asking for. That was on the last video. But mental struggles are definitely a huge factor when it comes to entrepreneurs. And overcoming them is what you have to do. It's just part of it. Opening a business isn't that easy. There's a lot of things that come with it. And a lot of people don't talk about the mental struggles when they post on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, which you need to go subscribe. Or at least like the video. Or comment below on any struggles that you've had and how you overcame them. Just remember, find your coping mechanism. You can beat stress. You can definitely beat depression. And if a coping mechanism doesn't hurt, use the number below, or I'll put a website below in the description as well that you can go to. There's hundreds of ways to find a therapist or someone to talk to or something. All right? Y'all take it easy.